The member for Monash.
Thanks, Deputy Speaker. And I completely associate myself with the remarks of my good friend and colleague, the member for Casey, who's highlighted the impact of the declining health of our economy and that impact on families, small businesses and the broader community. Because, Deputy Speaker, Australians are suffering right now. Many people in my electorate of Monash are doing it incredibly tough. Just last week, I was volunteering in the Frankie's Community Kitchen, who do a terrific job of looking after people in need. I cracked a few hundred eggs during my shift, and the volunteers there enjoy good tunes and good company as they do incredibly important work. But Frankie's Community Kitchen are preparing 1,230 meals a day for people in need, and that need is continuing to rise. Now, Frankie's Community Kitchen support a number of other food banks in the area, like Longwarry Food Bank, but the demand on those services is at unprecedented levels, and it is showing no sign of slowing. Because the reason I raise this, Deputy Speaker, is because food banks are the canary in the cage for how the rest of the economy is travelling, and right now it's a very bleak picture. Labor has presided over the biggest collapse in living standards in the developed world. I'll say that again. Labor has presided over the biggest collapse in living standards in the developed world. And they're continuing to spend because you won't see any fiscal discipline or budget control from this Treasurer. Labor are well and truly on their way to leaving a $1.2 billion debt bomb for the next generation. For young people who already see owning their own home as a dream that gets further and further away into the distant future. Every minute, Deputy Speaker, Australians are paying $50,000 on the interest payments of this federal Labor government. And this is not just at a federal level, Deputy Speaker. Don't even get me started on the Victorian state Labor government, because spending other people's money is the Labor way. Victoria's debt is out of control. It's more than the states of Queensland, New South Wales and Tasmania combined. The Victorian Labor government is paying $21 million a day in interest payment, and that is projected to climb to $29 million a day over the next 3 to 4 years. Labor have seen an absolute collapse of fiscal discipline, and everyday Australians are wearing the consequences. These figures are eye-boggling. You could build a new West Gippsland hospital within 1 week on the amount of money we're talking about. Every dollar that is spent on repaying Labor's debt is a dollar that we are not investing in schools, in hospitals, in regional roads, in electorates like mine. You couldn't run a small business like this. You couldn't run a big business like this. And you certainly could not run a household budget like this. But everyday Australians are paying the consequences. We had the former Governor of the Reserve Bank, Philip Lowe, who has said that inflation is remaining high because of Labor's spending. He diplomatically put it when he was Governor that inflation was remaining sticky and that it was a homegrown problem. In other words, because government spending was remaining too high. Now, there seems to be an invisible ring around Australia that anyone outside of metropolitan areas falls into Labor's no-care zone. Our plight, our challenges are invisible to this Labor government. Shortly after I was elected, I wrote a letter to the Treasurer, Jim Chalmers. I wrote on behalf of drought-impacted farmers in my electorate. They are doing it really tough, Deputy Speaker, really tough. And for many, this drought has depleted not just financial but mental reserves. I ask the Treasurer to please prevail upon the ATO to show leniency to drought-stressed farmers who had been forced to sell their stock early and would have a resulting ATO debt bill that reflected this, because those farmers are doing it really, really tough. And I'll tell you what response I got, Deputy Speaker. It wasn't a response from the Treasurer. It was just a standard pro forma fact sheet from the ATO. It didn't address even the concerns that I raised. And that is the level of interest and care shown to farmers right across Australia from this government. My farmers in Monash are struggling, and I say to them, I will keep fighting for you. The Coalition will keep fighting for you, because this Labor government has let you down and you deserve so much better. Thank you.